I'm back. So lately I've had to do a lot of recording on my phone because I didn't have enough space on my camera and I used like 4 memory cards, and I was still trying to pump those videos out of everything that I've done in between, you know, from last year till now. So more of those gonna be uploaded. I know it's like behind. I'm gonna try to push them all out within the next month so I can have a more updated channel of where I'm actually at. So by the time y'all get this video, it'll probably be a month or 2 later, but I should be catching up. So
6 months later,
I'm back in the garage. As you can see, both heads are back on. I just had this on because I wanted to see the color together finally. But I'm gonna go ahead and today put the rockers on and the push rods. And with that being said, the car's still in the background. That's how it looks right now. We have the engine sitting, the old engine sitting right there. I'm gonna sell that for like cheap or whatever. It was perfectly, you know, running and stuff before I took it out, but I'm gonna get that done. But today I am with high hopes of closing the engine off finally by putting the pulley on. And once I've tightened down, and I'm gonna see if I can go borrow a rear main seal alignment tool just so I can make sure that it's 100% aligned before I put that oil pan on. If y'all have already been watching, then you already know that I've put that oil pan on 3 times, and I see why GM has a certain way of doing things. And I was just like, you know, maybe they're just, you know, being extra or whatever. So I was like, I could just do it, put the oil pan on and put everything else on. That's not how that's gonna work at all. I've found out the hard way. There's a certain way you have to put this shit together. So, you know, still learning. I know for next time I have all the shit I need for the next time I need to do this. So, yeah. So hopefully I can get these 2 covers on, put the oil pan on, and put the covers on, the head covers, and then the engine will be basically closed off. Now there's a little part that I didn't realize. So I took the engine apart a year ago. I didn't realize certain stuff would be exposed. So it's like, I kind of want to paint here and in there. You may not see it. You may or may not see it. I won't know until it's in the car. My paint job isn't the greatest, but it's my first build. No one's going to see that part. I might put texture on the covers. I don't know yet. Just to give it a nice little rough look or whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be gloss or perfect. Like, I just want the shit to turn on. I got more stuff over there to be sold or whatever. And then once I'm finally done putting this together and getting it situated, I'm going to finish taking the engine off the 400 EX, the Honda, and taking that engine apart on the table and basically rebuilding all of it. Once I do that, it'll be pretty much situated and I can sell it because I'm gonna keep the LTZ 400, but I'm gonna sell my Honda, make room for my, you know, another motorcycle. This will be my 3rd one. I still want another R6. I don't care. I don't care what they come out with. I want another R6. But yeah. So once that is complete, I know it looks like a mess right now with everything, but I keep telling myself the more stuff I put together, the less stuff there is laying around. So with that being said, I'm going to, I guess, just get into it. Over there, I do have the trans. I ordered a McLeod clutch. I recently had a monster clutch. Let me turn the camera back around. I recently had a monster clutch. That's what came with the engine. So if someone's already been in the engine that I got, it came with the monster clutch. And monster, unless you are like the original buyer of their clutches, they're not gonna just sell you a part or whatever. They need that information back. So the pressure plate was fine. The discs were worn out, so I would have needed a new disc. And it came with aluminum flywheel. Someone upgraded because they normally come with a 28-pound steel flywheel. They traded it out for the 18-pound aluminum flywheel, and it has its pros and cons. I don't drive clutch daily, so I won't notice the pros and cons right away. Whatever if I start driving with aluminum, you know, I'm probably going to be comfortable to driving that, you know, versus if I start out with something else, that's what I'm going to be used to, because I'm not used to, you know, knowing the difference from, oh, I like this over this one, you know. So with that being said, I'm going to see how this goes. I'm just going to get the clutch plate, the flywheel, basically, my bad, not the clutch plate, the flywheel. I'm gonna get that resurfaced at this shop out Rosedale. I'm gonna see how they do. I just need it resurfaced. They want like $51 to resurface it, so that's not bad. Like I said, I don't know what they're supposed to cost, so I mean, I guess that doesn't. All right, so the push rods by Texas Speed. I bought it as a kit with my cam and my what else? With my cam, I bought something else. I don't know. I forgot. I bought the push rods and valve springs. Oh, that's what it is. Push rods, valve springs, and the cam all at once. Brand new. I sold it as a kit. Why not? So that's what they look like. The older one, the ones I had originally, have like a little ball tip. Let me see if I can find it. Like this. Here's the difference. Have like, is that gonna focus? I'm trying to get it to focus here. There we go. Have like the little ball tip, and then this one doesn't. But they're the same length without, you know, they're the same length basically. See if you can see this. Match it up with this one. They're the same length. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those in. I don't think there's a certain way to put them in, to be honest. Just slide them in and then put the rocker arms on. So it's the next day. I'm back. As you can see, I've already put the other side on. I am now going to do this side with the new push rods and the Trenin upgrade I have sitting right in the middle so I can access easily. I have my assembly lube as well as some oil that I had the the rollers in. So I'm going to just use that to put some on the tip that's going towards the cam. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna install that and pretty much finish it. So, let's start. So I had to reposition it. This is a better angle. I was trying to get the light in on it so it makes more sense. I mean, y'all have already seen this done before. I'm just tracking my progress and watching everything I'm doing. So next time, not even just having someone else, like having YouTube videos, it's also so that just how I watch other people's YouTube videos and I'll be like trying to figure out an answer to my question and it'd be just enough, you know, or the way they explain it may be difficult to me on how to do something. So the fact that I'm making my own videos for myself as well, so that I could look back and be like, oh, you did this first, or oh, you kept taking that apart because you did it backwards, or you're supposed to put it in this sequence. So these are also for myself since I'm still learning too. So yeah. Okay, really quick before my camera dies, this battery sucks. Here's the final look of it. Of course, I mean, it could have been painted better, but first LS swap, I'm damn proud of it. So it's finished, everything is torqued down. Alright, so welcome back, guys. It's been about a week since I touched the engine, because I've been doing other shit and work. So I went ahead and finally bought the alignment tool for the seal. I mean, I have a lot of friends that, you know, they've said they've always put it on without one. But being that it's my first engine, I don't want it to be a thing where I'm like, damn, you know, something as small as just aligning something, now I got oil everywhere. Being that, you know, a lot of my friends, this is not their first rodeo, this is not their first time. So for them to be like, oh, that's easy, then yeah, to them that's easy, you know. So yeah, with me, I'm definitely gonna make sure I do everything to spec as much as possible, because I don't want to. When I get more comfortable and I get to like my 4th swap, because I plan on keep doing this learning experience, maybe then I'll be like, okay, I don't need it. But then again, I have the tool, so why not just use it? So I actually ripped the seal I put a new one in without the alignment tool, and I ripped it, and then I realized, oh, okay, just put it on, you know, when you get it. So I'm kind of pissed about that, but I'm gonna go ahead and align this. I have the rear main seal alignment tool. I'm gonna try to align that. I don't really know if I feel like taking that back out because it was a hassle, but I'm gonna try to align that somehow. If I can get most of the top of the engine back together and the mounts, I could, you know, lift it up with my engine hoist and basically you know, align the rear main seal. So when I put the oil pan on, if I don't do it on the stand, the engine will be completely closed off, because it's starting to get like, it's starting to rain a lot here, and I don't want the engine just open. So yeah, I'm gonna continue to do that, align this front cover, bolt it down to spec, and then I'm gonna go from there. Hello, I am back. I haven't, oh, there's my headphones. I haven't had much to record because I keep running into, I keep forgetting how bright that is. I keep running into stuff. As you can see, it is pretty much all back together. I had to stop to get some water pump, one water pump bolt, because I definitely am not gonna use that one. That's a little janky looking. I lost one, I don't know how, and then I ripped the seal, so I'm waiting. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, yeah, I'm waiting for another seal, so I just had the alignment tool in there right now just to hold its place. But everything is dressed back up. I'm missing probably 1 or 2 bolts I have to go get, and then I'm gonna put the that pump on, and then the alternator, and then pretty much I'm done. The engine is back together. My clutches are on, well, I'm not gonna say back order. I'm just waiting because Texas Speed moved their warehouse the same day I ordered my stuff. So I'm just patiently waiting for that. In the meantime, I'm still trying to sell this engine, the Subaru engine. I don't really care for how much damn near at this point because I just want it gone. So once I get my clutches, I will take the engine off the stand and put it on the ground, or another pallet, and then attach the trans, maybe. I don't know if I want to put the engine in with the trans attached to it or just attach it separately because it's so fucking light. So I don't know. I do want to go ahead and start putting the drive shaft and everything else. The only other issue I'm having is the engine harness situation. I may just run a Holly. I do still have to take some of the dash or underneath apart because, as you know, I do have an automatic. So it being going to a manual, I have to convert over the pedal setup and everything. I'm gonna just go get a used one, junkyard or whatever, put that in there. I'm gonna run the Holley Terminator X, seems the best solution, and just have the little standalone and just do it that way. So I could, because let me see, if I run the Holley Terminator X, then that means basically the engine part's taken care of. My engine will turn on. Cool, whatever. That's what I want the most. Then, aside from that, Wiring Specialties sells, you know, a system that converts the automatic harness and everything that may change to the manual harness. The only other thing I gotta figure out is what's gonna go from there, you know? So, I'm gonna probably call them back. If not, I'm gonna hit up Haltech and see what they have to say, because essentially I want it plug and play. And it seems like this is the most unplug and play situation there is. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's worse. But I found out recently about, what was it? About the 24 and the 58 on the reluctor wheel, and why a lot of people don't use the L. Well, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but that I know of or contact don't use the LS2. A lot of people just do 1 or 3 and call it a day, because I've seen nothing but plug and plays for just those. So yeah, I'm not gonna say I didn't research, but I didn't do what I probably should have, because if I hadn't known how to run into all of this, then honestly I probably would have went a different route. But I will say the experience definitely is helpful. I'm learning a lot, fucking up everything. So hopefully the next 2 times will be great, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fuck this up as well, like everything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this water pump bolt in, and I'm still waiting for my package. It's getting dark out here now that it's cold. Ew, a spider. Still waiting for a package or whatever. So once the package comes, then I put the seal back on and come back and see what else needs to be done in my garage. As you see, my 4-wheelers are over there. I'm trying to get the swing arm bolt out the 400. I can't get it out, so we're gonna try again on Friday. I don't got the energy today, so try that and then see where it goes. I'm thinking about maybe recording me doing the interior soon. It just depends when I call about this wiring. Between today and maybe Friday, I'll call early in the morning and see where we're gonna go with the Holley X. We're going with that definitely, just so the engine turns on and off, whatever. But as far as everything else, I'll probably end up figuring out which route I want to go Thursday or this Friday, and then that'll determine whether that whole dash is coming apart or not, or if I can just leave the damn harness in there and then just plug everything up. But if not, it's gonna be a pain in the ass, but I'll pull all the wires, and that gives me a chance this weekend to paint the engine bay, because I have a final answer on Thursday or Friday about the wiring situation, which is currently in my way of painting the engine bay. So yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. But anyway, stay tuned, keep watching. Thank you for the love and support. This is definitely gonna be sick. Another thing, I know I'm talking a lot on this one because I'm just gonna be, you know, putting in videos and my input or whatever, what I think, just to get it out there. Let me set the light up this way because it's kind of dark that way. As far as I saw these really cool seats. I want to say they're by Status or whatever. That's what I want to say. I don't know the exact brand name. I have to go look at it. But they have these seats with Jason on it, and the stitching, the little diamond stitching is fucking phenomenal. And my car being tan, it made me realize that like a dark gold, a dark suede gray, and what the fuck else, with red stitching, looks really good. And it makes me want to paint my engine that kind of color scheme, the dark gray, the gold. So I definitely could have did that. But maybe on my next engine build, because y'all know, now that I'm doing this, and it's difficult and it pisses me off, but now I know how shit's supposed to go, and learning, even if it's the hard way, learning the way it needs to go, it excites me to want to put more shit together. Like, doing my car is one thing, but like making engines, like I need a truck right now for my four-wheeler to get to and from like stunt spots and, you know, ride trails and stuff. But now that I'm doing this, when I see trucks online, I be like, damn, you know, I'm not gonna go buy a brand new truck. It would be nice to get in something and go, but now I'm looking at it like, damn, you selling this? That's all that's wrong with it? Like, I can fix that. Cool, whatever, I'll do it. Cool, you know, like, oh, the engine doesn't work. Cool, I know what engine I'm gonna throw in it. I've been wanting to put something together, you know, stuff like that. So, I mean, it won't go just like that, but am I excited to even get like that far into it where I'm like, yes. So, I don't know. I may try to clean the intake tonight so that it can dry, because I'll probably just hose it down so it can dry, because it might be a little too cold by this weekend. So it can dry, so by tomorrow I can slap that hoe on there with I don't know, I just went blank. Oh yeah, slap it on there with the intake. So I mean with the gaskets, so I can finally get that box out. But I need to clean up a lot of this shit. I'm waiting. The more shit I put together, the less shit is out, and I like that. So I'm gonna hurry up and figure the rest of this shit out. Yeah, so sorry to ramble on. Yeah, so basically what I have done so far is, let's see, is the transmission brace removed. I just swept under there, so it's clean now. I just gotta grind that down a little bit just to make it smooth, and then I'm gonna spray some paint over it so it doesn't rust. And here you can see I have a block sitting right here. Now I've test fitted it twice. At first I was looking at a form and I was trying to run the OEM oil pan, but it's not working no matter how many different ways I tried to think of it or look at the form, whatever. So I went ahead and went with the Sticky oil pan, which you'll probably end up seeing pretty soon on there. So yeah, and then I'm about to install the clutch, but first I'm gonna drill out that transmission brace. You can see the brace I had to get out. That, when I tell y'all that process was so long, I got the pictures up on YouTube already of basically, I mean not YouTube, but Instagram, of me getting that out and basically just putting on there everything I had to do to get that out there. Like, that took a while. So it's cool, it's getting done. Sand that today, paint it. While that's drying, I'm gonna install the clutches like I said, and try to get the transmission on there as well, because I'm gonna just put it all in at once, because there's no other way. I have no way of lifting up the car higher, so I have no other way of putting it in there. So I'm gonna do that and then see where we go from there. If I can get everything in perfectly today, I'll go ahead and put the drive shaft in, and that will actually clear up a lot of space in this garage, and I'll be straight. And I'm still trying to sell the OEM one, whatchamacallit, and the harness is officially out. I'm going with the Holley Terminator X, so there's that. But there should be a lot more space in here once I'm done basically putting everything in there, like I said. So I'm excited to finally get this far, finally. So yeah. paint is drying in the where I cut it at in the trans tunnel. I should have put some weld right there, but yeah, so basically I just sprayed it so it wouldn't rust. And then I'm seating these flywheel bolts, and then I'm going to torque them to spec, which is 15, then I think 34, 37, then it's 74 for the final pass. So get my torque thing down to it and do it in a star pattern, and then I'll be able to put the disc and the pressure plate on there. And I wipe this down, but since I've had to touch it again, I'm gonna wipe it down again. So let's take this down to 15. All right, so I'm gonna start with this. Okay. All right, so 15 in a star-like pattern, and then let me double check. I think it's 34 is the next spec. 37. So 37 and then 74. So take it up to 37. All right. Same pattern. Okay. Make sure, because this one slipped. All right, double check. I get paranoid that I did it wrong somehow, so. All, I believe, are 37. Alright, this last one, I don't know. Alright, 37, the next spec, and the final pass spec is 74. Alright, so I've used a brake cleaner to clean off the surface. So this was originally, well, not me, but the person before me who had this engine had on the single disc monster clutch. This is the aluminum flywheel, which is the 18 pounds versus the OEM 28, or which you normally get to 28, so it's a 10-pound difference. So I couldn't reuse the monster plate, even if I wanted to just place that, and then still, pressure plate monster doesn't sell just like one thing. Like, you have to buy it together, and to get like any of those parts you got to be the original buyer, I believe. So that was an option, and personally, being that this will be my first, you know, manual that I own instead of someone else's, I don't really think I need, you know, that expensive. I think it was like $800 starting out. So I was like, okay. I paid, I gotta look up, I probably list the price somewhere on the screen, but I forgot. I got the McLeod clutches now, and I kept this plate. I took it out somewhere, Rosedale, like Baltimore, and had them just resurface this plate, because I figured that, okay, well, it just, you know, still fixable, so it just need to be resurfaced, and I can reuse this, so I didn't have to buy another one. I just had to buy the pressure plate and some new discs. So here's the disc. Came with an alignment tool. On my Instagram, I showed putting in the palette mirroring and stuff like that. So that's already there. I'm gonna just use this to line it up. That shit took forever. I did the little bread thing. Apparently I used the wrong bread. It wouldn't budge. I got the puller from AutoZone, rented it, broke that. Then got another one and then almost broke that one, and then finally it started to come out, but it looked like apparently someone had tried to get it out before because the back ends were already pulled inward. So yeah, learning new things. But I really thought the bread trick was like a joke or something, like people were actually fucking playing or something, but no, that's real. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm gonna use the mounting tool to get that on there. And then I'm going to put the pressure plate. I gotta get back up. The pressure plate's behind me. Pressure plate, and then bolt it down. I have the sequence for it and everything, so I can go ahead and do that. We'll reuse the old bolts that I have. I basically put everything. If y'all have been watching, or I don't even know if I posted it, but mostly all the bolts I took out, other than the ones I mostly probably couldn't reuse. I put everything still in baggies with labels because it's been a year, so I wouldn't have known what bolts were to what. So that definitely helps. I can't really just throw them in a box because I'll forget. I'm pretty sure I gotta buy more bolts because I forgot a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna put the pressure plate on, keep the alignment tool while I'm torquing it down, and then once that's done, it'll be assembled, and then I can take the transmission down and attach that, and then we could hopefully today get this engine and trans in there. I also have to put the motor mounts in, the trans mounts in there, and then I'm gonna set it in there. Officially put this on the clutches. Everything has already been torqued to spec. I still got the alignment tool in there. I'm gonna take that out afterwards. So as far as the transmission, what I've been thinking is to get it in there, and because I might change some stuff to get it in there, I might just, this is the only part probably that's going to be a problem, because I'm going to take this off to basically put it under there, unless I can like angle it or something like that, like sideways, and then roll it or something. I don't know, but I'm going to take the bell housing off more than likely, just so that I can get it under the car, because it won't have, let me see, as y'all know, it won't have that increase right there, so that I can get it under the car with how it is and just lift it up. So as long as I get it in the middle, then, you know, the car can still go back down, because that tunnel will go in the tunnel, and I can just put like my jack in that little space under there and just lift it up slowly, and then just mount it so that it'll be easier. And then what I think I might do is just attach the bell housing to the back of the engine, and then once I get it in there, it'll probably be a lot easier for me to put these bolts from the trans to the bell housing back on, instead of trying to reach these, because this will be further back. So I might have a little more room back there. I'm gonna see though. I'm gonna think about it a little bit, get something to eat, and then figure it out. But the clutches are installed, nice and red. So yeah, I'm gonna come back and see what I need to do next. And for the bolts, I used the blue. Almost messed up and used the red, which obviously doesn't come off, so there's that. But yeah, I'm gonna come back after that and see what's next.
Those L's, I couldn't sleep right now. I get paid, fake game, staying B-side, breaking the blues over steak. I gotta eat right. You could be my peace sign. I don't need that.